All right, everybody. Welcome to next game in the Colorado Rockies replay as they start a new series, new homestand, 7-game homestand. First four they will host the Phillies, and the last three they'll host the Yankees. So, as I like to do when we get a new team involved, we look at the roster, the available active roster for the new team, and we'll do that with the Phillies. We'll do their lineup, their bench, their bullpen, and so forth, so you know who's available and who is not. So, hello there, Mr. Ben. So for the Phillies, their starting lineup: Trey Turner's at short, Bryce Harper's at first, Kyle Schwarber's the DH, Nick Castellanos is in right field, JT Realmuto is the catcher, Alec Bohm is at third, Edmundo Sosa is at second, Weston Wilson is in left, and Johan Rojas is in center field. Those are your starting 9. On the bench: Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh, and Max Kepler from the left side, and a switch hitter, backup catcher Rafael Marchand. But with the left-hander Freeland on the mound, they've loaded their lineup with right-handed hitters. In the bullpen, they have 2 left-handers in their bullpen. They have Matt Strom and Tanner Banks. And then right-handers, they have Max Lazar, Orion Keckering, Joe Ross, Carlos Hernandez, and their closer, Jordan Romano. So those are the bench and bullpen guys available for Phillies. So if you don't hear anybody's name or see anybody, it's because they're not on the roster. Not counting starting pitchers that are going to start other games. I'm not dealing with them. And then the starting pitcher today for the Phillies is left-hander Christopher Sanchez. 13-5 with a 2.50 ERA real world. On the Action PC replay, he is 3-0 with a 1.56 ERA. Let's turn our attention now to the starter for the Rockies, that being none other than left-hander Kyle Freeland. Kyle Freeland will be making his 10th start, and I took the liberty to write numbers down over here on a separate piece of paper because trying to print off the Action PC is not all that favorable. So, Kyle Freeland on the replay is 2-6 with a 5.96 ERA. In 9 starts, he's gone 54 in the third innings, given up 73 hits, 11 walks, and 41 strikeouts. Lefties are hitting 234 against him. Right-handers are hitting 337 against him, which is why the Phillies are loading their lineup with right-handed hitters. So Kyle Freeland, he does have a -4 hold, and then the catcher Stallings -1 for a net -5. So that might help him out with the holding the base runners. This game was played Monday, May the 19th, 2025. It's game number 47. Coors Field, certainly hitter friendly, 19s for singles and 9s for home runs. And hello, Jim. Good to see you. All right. So, and I do have the batting averages, RBIs, and home runs of the starting 9 for the Rockies, and I'll read them off as they come to bat. Right now, though, it is Trey Turner. He's going to start things off. The Phillies, in their Action PC replay, are 26-20. And, of course, we're 16-30 with the Rockies, which is 8 games better than where they were at this point. Real world, they were 8-38 in the real season at this point. So 20 wins is still not out of the realm of possibility. 18 is the definite where you want to go, because that would be 2 times their actual wins. 20 is just a nice round number. It might be a pipe dream. We shall see. It's only 12 games remaining. So they would have to go 4-8 in order to get those 20 wins. And they got tough competition these next 7 games. So Phillies and Yankees will not be easy to beat. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. Here is Trey Turner. That's a 2-4 for Turner. That's a home run chance right off the bat. 1-5 for Trey Turner. It's a 20, so he'll settle. He'll settle with a triple. Triple for Trey Turner right out of the gate. And Trey Turner had 7 triples real world. That'll bring up Bryce Harper. Rockies are going to play the infield back. It's early. Giving up 1 run is no big deal. They just don't want to give up 3 or 4, so they're going to play the infield back. Bryce Harper, the batter. 2-3, and that's a ground ball pitcher B. Well, the infield is considered in on a B, and with the infield considered in, they get Turner out at the plate 1-2. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Ground ball B. So look at the rule book. You can see what I'm going by. Right here, runner on third, infield is in. The pitchers are always considered to be in. So when it's infield in, runner on third, it's a ground ball B. It's a 7, and that's his batter safe. Lead runner is out. So they will get Turner out at the plate. He broke on contact, but Freeland snagged it through the plate, and Stallings tags him out. So now Bryce Harper's at first, and he's going to be trying for a lead. If he can get it, he needs a 7. Doesn't get it, he will hold. And here comes Kyle Schwarber, and he's got the massive power, even against the lefties. It's a 2-8, and that's a strikeout for Kyle Schwarber. Out number 2, first strikeout for Freeland. And that brings up right fielder Nick Castellanos. 2-6 against the lefty, and he strikes out. So Freeland rebounds after that triple and gets away without any damage done. Phillies won this game real world 9-3. Rockies trying to not let that happen here if they can help it. So we go to the bottom of the first, and again, pitching is Christopher Sanchez, 13-5 with a 2.50 ERA real world. His replay stats 3-0, 1.56 ERA. He's got a -3 hold. He's a 0, but Realmuto's a -3. And leading things off will be Jordan Beck. Jordan Beck on the replay is hitting .210, 3 homers and 15 runs batted in. 5-12, and that's ground ball second base X. We're going to be looking at second baseman Sosa. He's a 2E6. 213, he'll get to that. E6 at second base. Only errors are 3, 16, and 18. And he will make that play easily, and Jordan Beck is out of there. One away for the shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. Tovar on the replay is hitting .264, 4 homers, 8 driven in. That's a 2-7, and that's going to be a strikeout for Tovar. 2 down for Hunter Goodman, the best Rockies hitter by far, at least by power. Goodman is hitting .250 on the replay, but he's got 11 home runs with 34 runs batted in 46 games. In the team's 40, he didn't play all 46 games, but the team's 46 games. 4-5, and that is another strikeout. And the strikeout theme is continuing for the Rockies here in this game. So we go to the second inning, no score. And Freeland will be back out to face Alec Bohm. I'm sorry, JT Realmuto, followed by Bohm and Sosa. JT Realmuto, the catcher. 2-8, and that's a ground ball to short. Tovar has it. One away for Alec Bohm, third baseman. Oh, that missed completely. Almost whiffed on that. Try again. 4-8, and Freeland against the righty. That's a base hit. Alec Bohm with a 1-out single. He's no threat to run. Brings up Sosa, the second baseman. That's a 2-6, and against the lefty, that's a double 1-14, single 15-20. That'll be a double with 2 stars. So Bohm will stop at third base. Runners at second and third with 1 out for Weston Wilson. And the infield will come in with 1 out. Wilson, a 198 hitter, is not that good. He does have some pop. He got some home runs listed here, but he's got a lot of outs as well. So the infield is going to play in for the Rockies. Try to choke that run off. 3-7, and that's a strikeout. That's a good way to do it. Third strikeout for Freeland. 2 down, infield back to normal now for the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Clutch situation for Rojas against the lefty. He will gain a hit 1-7. Freeland to Rojas. 5-5, right-hander, ground ball to short. Tovar's got it. Inning's over. So Freeland pitches around another messy inning. And at the end of 1.5, still no score from Coors Field. Coming up now is Michael Tolia, the switch hitting first baseman. Tolia has been struggling on the replay, 184, 3 homers, 20 driven in. 6'7", right-hander is a single 1-10. 11-20, he grounds to Bohm. And that'll be fielded by Bohm and throws on to Harper, 1 away. For Brenton Doyle, center fielder. Doyle is hitting. Why do I not have Doyle's numbers in here? For some reason, I don't have Doyle's numbers written down, so I don't know what he's hitting. Somehow overlooked Doyle. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. Sorry about that. To get Jim on the next game. 6'4", it's ground ball shortstop A. That's out number 2. And now here's Ryan McMahon. McMahon's hitting 268, 8 homers, 18 driven in. It's a 111, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. Sosa is there. And so 3 ground outs by Sanchez, a very easy second inning. And we go to the third, still no score. And back to the top of the order, Trey Turner. Turner tripled, but was thrown out trying to score on a ground out to the pitcher. 110, and that is a foul out to Stallings. 1 away. And Bryce Harper, the batter. 4-9, lefty. It's a base hit. Bryce Harper. He'll try to get a lead, but he has to get a 7 in order to get the good lead. And he gets a 9, so he can't do it. Here's Schwarber. That's a 6'12" lefty. Ground ball pitcher X. He's a 2E35 is Freeland. 2 and a 5. Might just be a G3 if they're lucky. Let's see here. 2 and a 5 is a G3, but the error 35 is a little bit questionable. A lot of numbers here. 9, basically 9 through 18, with the exception of 13 and 17. But so he really needs an 8 or less here to make the play. 11, I think that's going to be an error. Let me double check it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be an error. 35 and 11 is right there in the middle, so it will be a 1-base error on Freeland. And that's going to put runners at first and second with only 1 out. And Nick Castellanos, the batter. They could really use a Giovanni's Tailor Shop tailor-made double play right about now. 1-7. Oh, they'll take the strikeout. 1-8 would have been the Giovanni's Tailor Shop double play, but a 1-7 is strikeout. That's the next best thing. So now there's 2 away. Clutch situation for JT Realmuto. In the clutch against lefties, he loses a hit 2-2 and 2-9. Freeland again in a mess, trying to get out of it. 111, and he hits him. There's no we're not doing injuries, but it's a hit by pitch, and that's going to load the bases. Bases are loaded for Alec Bohm. It's hit by pitch plus injury, but we're not doing injuries. So now it's Alec Bohm with the bases loaded clutch situation. He loses 2 hits, 1-2 and 1-12. 4-8, and that's a single 2 stars. So he knew Freeland was playing with fire and he was going to get burned eventually. And all these runs are unearned thanks to an error by Freeland earlier in the inning. 2 unearned runs come home to roost, and it is now 2-0 Phillies. But they may not be done yet. Here is Sosa. Clutch situation for Sosa. In the clutch, he loses 1 hit on 3-2. It's a 1-9. He struck him out to end the inning. But the damage done, 2 runs unearned. And it's all Freeland. It was his own doing, his own error that caused it. So we go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Phils. And due up, it'll be Tyler Freeman. Freeman on the replay is hitting 294, no homers, 2 driven in. It's a 2-11, and that's a ground ball to first. Schwarber will take it himself, 1 away. That'll bring up second baseman Adel Amador. He's really struggling. 162 on the replay, a homer and 2 driven in. 3-8 against the lefty is a strikeout. Strikeout number 3. for Sanchez. That brings up the catcher, Jacob Stallings. He's hitting a .125 on the replay. No homer, 7 driven in, but he plays good defense. He just can't hit. 4-5, and that's another strikeout. Strikeout number 4. So Sanchez, 9 up, 9 down against the Rockies to start this game. Coors Field's not bothering him a bit. So we'll go to the top of the 4th, and Wilson will lead it off, left fielder. It's a 4-7, and that's a strikeout. 6th strikeout for Freeland. For Johan Rojas. 5-7, and that's another strikeout for Freeland, number 7. And back to the top of the order for Trey Turner. 4-7, and another strikeout. So he strikes out the side, does Freeland. What a comeback inning for him. But he's not getting any run support. That's the problem. Top of the 4th we go, and it's the top of the order for Jordan Beck, rather. Jordan Beck, and then Tovar to follow. 4-10, right-handed, and that's a ground ball shortstop X. Trey Turner's a 2E10. 2-8, he'll get to that. E10 and a shortstop. Shortstop with an E10. He's just got to avoid 16, 17, 3, and 18. And he does just that very easily. 1 away. Where's equal Tovar? That's a 3-12 against the lefty, and that's a base on balls. First base runner for the Rockies. And Tovar down 2-0, and the big boy's coming up. I think he's going to stay where he is. So he will hold. And here's Hunter Goodman. They will hold him on base, but he will not try to steal. Here's Goodman, the DH. 3-3, and it's a ballpark single check, which is pretty much guaranteed. 1-19. And there it is, and there goes the no-hitter. So first and second, 1 out for Michael Toglia. Maybe the second time through the order against Sanchez, they can figure him out. Oh, that got held up there. Let's redo that. There we go. 5-11, switch hitter batting right-handed. Ground ball first base X, that is Harper. They're not holding Goodman on, so Harper keeps his 2E3. 2-16 is a G1, so this could be a 3-6-3 double play. He's an E3. The only way he makes an error on an E3 is 3, 15, and 18. And that'll be a good play for Harper. It's going to go 3-6-3 on the DP, and that will end the inning. Rockies at least get a couple of base runners, but the double play takes care of business. Go to the 5th. This is top of the 5th for Freeland, and he'll be facing Harper, Schwarber, and Castellanos. Heart of the order for the Phils. 6-6 left-handed. That's a ground ball to Amador. 1 away. For Kyle Schwarber, they've kept him in check so far. So he's certainly capable, especially at column 1. He's capable of going deep. It's a 5-7, and that's a fly to left. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down for Nick Castellanos. They've struck him out twice. 2-6, and he's going to strike him. He's going to get the hat trick. That's 3 strikeouts for Castellanos. Strikeout number 9 for Freeland. So he's pitched really well. He's just not getting any run support. And if it wasn't for his error, we'd still be a scoreless game right now. Here's Sanchez. He's out to pitch, and he's going to face Brenton Doyle, center fielder, to lead things off. He had been leading off for a long time, but all of a sudden they flipped it around now. Beck's leading off, and Doyle's down to the 5th spot. 1-7, that's a fly to center. 1 away for Ryan McMahon. 1-5, and that's a strikeout there, strikeout number 5. And it's up to Tyler Freeman, right fielder. That is a 4-2, and that's a base on ball. Second walk issued by Sanchez. They will hold Freeman on, but he will not try to go anywhere. Here's Adel Amador. 3-11, and that's a ground ball to second, and that will end the inning. So we played 5 here in Colorado. Score still 2-0. And this is the fatigue inning for both starting pitchers coming up. Number 6. See how they do. Freeland facing Realmuto. He hit him his last time up. 1-5, and this time he strikes him out. Strikeout number 10 for Kyle Freeland. That's got to be a season high. I don't remember him striking out 10 before. So that's got to be a season high for him. There's Alec Boehm, who's 2 for 2. 3-2, ground ball to second. They'll finally retire Boehm. 2 down for Sosa. 1 for 2 with a double. 1-9, struck him out. 11 strikeouts for Kyle Freeland. He's got it going tonight, but he's not getting any help from his offense. Freeland, full endurance to come back for the 7th inning. This will also be the fatigue inning for Christopher Sanchez, as he has the number 6 there. He'll be facing Stallings, and the top of the order after that, Beck and Tovar. 5-8 is going to be a ground ball second base X. Sosa, 2-E6. 2 and a 4. 2 and a 4, he'll get to that. G3, that's all he needs. And he's an E6. Got to avoid 3, 16, and 18, which he does. So good play for Sosa. Stallings is out of there, 1 away. Back to the top of the order, and Jordan Beck. 5-6, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 6 for Sanchez. For Ezequiel Tovar. That's a 1-3 for Tovar, and that's a ground ball right back to Sanchez, and he'll keep full endurance into the 7th inning. So, boy, a little over 20 minutes, and we're already in the 7th inning. This game is motoring along. Freeland back out. No action in either bullpen right now. Here's Weston Wilson. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. 2-4. That's a home run chance, though. 1-11 is a home run. 12-20 is a double. And that's gone. Wilson, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, hits a home run to make it 3-0. Wilson had 5 home runs and just 111 at bats. He only hit 198, but he does have pop. And that pop just showed up. And now the Rocky bullpen is starting to stir, as they have Jake Bird loosening in the bullpen. Right-hander Jake Bird. Here's Rojas. That's a 5-10, and that's a walk. And Rojas he's going to try to get a lead. He needs a 3 through 6 to get the lead. Does not get it. He will hold. Here's Trey Turner. 2-10 for Turner, and that's a single 2 stars. 1 more base runner, and Freeland will be fatigued. Now Turner's going to try for the lead. Needs a 2 through 5 or a 12. He gets the 5, he's going to go. 19 being held to 17, minus 5 to 12. 1-12, and he's in there. Stolen base for Trey Turner. Puts runners at second and third with nobody out for Bryce Harper, and the infield is in. They're down 3-0. They have to come in. Bryce Harper. 1-7, and that's a ground ball first base B. They'll throw Rojas out at the plate. 3-2 on the ground ball. Anytime there's a ground ball B with the infield in, the runner on third is out. Doesn't have to be forced. He's just out. Turner does take third. So now runners are at first and third with 1 out. Bryce Harper is going to try for a lead. Needs a 7. Doesn't get it. He will hold for Kyle Schwarber. Again, infield is in. Schwarber is not one to hit into double plays. He is primarily a fly ball batter. So the infield is in against Schwarber. 3-7, and that's a walk, so it doesn't matter. Bases are loaded. And that's going to be it for Freeland. He is done. So Freeland pitched well. I think he ran out of gas here in the 7th. And he's going to be replaced by Jake Bird. Freeland's going to go 6 2/3 innings. He's going to give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits I've got him for. He's going to walk. He's going to walk 2, both of them this inning. And he also hit a batter. And he struck out a season high 11. So far, he's given up 3 runs, 2 earned. I'm sorry, 3 runs, 1 earned, but he's responsible for all these on base as well. So coming into the game is going to be Jake Bird. Jake Bird. Clutch situation for Castellanos. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. He's got the hat trick. He's going for the golden sombrero. Bird trying to make sure he gets that. 4-8. No, he's going to walk in a run. So Jake Bird walked with the bases loaded. Going to bring home Turner. That run is charged to Freeland. And now it is a 4-0 Phillies lead. That may not be done yet. Realmuto, the batter. Clutch situation for Realmuto. In the clutch, he will lose 3 hits. 2-3, 2-5, and 2-9. That's a 5-10, which is a fly to center to end the inning. So we can close the book on Freeland. 4 runs, 2 earned. Bird will come back and pitch the 8th inning as well. But we go to the 7th inning stretch. Still doing pretty good, about 26, 27 minutes. We're at the 7th inning stretch. That's not bad. It is now 4-0 Phils. They won the real game 9-3. And Sanchez is out to pitch again. He's got full endurance. He went 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. He'll face Goodman, Tolia, and Doyle for the Rockies. 3-6, and that's another strikeout. Strikeout number 7 for Michael Tolia. 5-5, switch hitter batting right-handed is going to be another strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Brenton Doyle. 4-8. Ground ball to short. Turner has it. And Sanchez goes 7 innings. I don't put any starter more than 7 innings in the modern game. So we're going to cap Sanchez at 7 innings. And pitches 7 innings of shutout ball. He's only allowed 1 hit. The only hit of the game was Goodman's hit, which was a Coors Field single. It's the only hit he allows. He did walk 2, and he struck out 8. So definitely an impressive performance there by Mr. Sanchez. All right, Jake Bird out to pitch the 8th. He'll be facing Bohm, Sosa, and Wilson. Alec Bohm. Oh, that white die went over the edge. Did not go through the chute. Let's try again. 5-7, and that's a strikeout for Bird. 1 down, and that's going to bring up Sosa, second baseman. And that is a 3-7, and he's going to ground it to short. Tovar is there, 2 down for Wes Wilson. And we're actually going to get a pinch hitter for Wes Wilson. He mainly plays against lefties, but he's not very good defensively. So the Phillies will go to a pinch hitter and a new outfielder to boot. So they're going to bring on Max Kepler to pinch hit, and he will stay in the game to play left field. So Kepler is going to be the new left fielder, and he is a 2-E1. So his numbers now, he's a 2 with a -1 arm and an E1. Much better defensively. Runs at a 12. So Kepler pinch hits in the 8th and stays in left field in the 8th. Max Kepler. 2-8, and he strikes out. That's going to do it for Bird. He will go an inning and a third. Give up a walk and 2 strikeouts, no runs, 4 hits. And they'll figure out who to bring in the 9th eventually. Kepler will stay in the game to play left field. So the Phillies winning a new pitcher for the top of the 8th. Coming up for the Rockies, McMahon, Freeman, and Amador. So they're going to go to Matt Strahm out of the bullpen, left-hander. Matt Strahm, he is a +1, which makes him a -2. So Strahm will be facing McMahon, Freeman, and Amador. And by bringing in the lefty, you keep those left-handed pinch hitters like Mickey Moniak on the bench. So here is McMahon. That is a 6'8" lefty-lefty. That's a 1-7 double. 8-20, he flies to right. So that's a fly ball to right field. Castellanos is there, 1 away. Tyler Freeman, 3-8, and that's a ground ball back to Strahm. 2 down for Adel Amador. That is a 2-9 against the lefty, and he struck him out. So Strahm, a perfect 8th inning, gets a strikeout to boot. So we go to the 9th, and it is still 4-0 Phillies. Due up for the Phillies, it's going to be Rojas, Turner, and Harper. So coming in for the Rockies to pitch will be, who do they want to go to here? They're going to go to Tyler Kinley. So Kinley will come on and pitch. In this 4-0 game. Rojas, number 9 hitter. Very good defender in center field, so you're not going to take him out. That's for sure. 1-7, and that is a fly ball to center. 1 away for Trey Turner. That's a 2-7, and that is a single for Trey Turner. And he's going to look to run for sure with this +5 hold that Kinley has. So Turner, 2 through 5 or a 12. Doesn't get it, he will hold. Here's Harper, 4-4, and that's a catcher X. We're looking at Stallings. He's a 3. 3 and a 9 for a catcher. 3 and a 9 for a catcher is a potential pass ball based on the wild pitch rate of the pitcher, and he's an 18, so that's not looking too good. It's looking like it's going to be a pass ball most likely. Error rating's an E1. No error there, so we're going to roll. If it's a 1-18, it's a pass ball. That's a 20, so he actually prevents the pass ball and gets a foul out, in actuality, to Stallings. So lucky break there on the D20. And here's Schwarber. That's a 1. Now we got another wild pitch on Kinley, and this one will be a wild pitch. So they didn't get the pass ball, but they do get the wild pitch, and they will walk Schwarber intentionally with first base open now. Not going to mess with him. They'll go after Castellanos. Clutch situation. In the clutch against righties, he loses hits 2-2 and 2-12 and 3-9. That's a 3-3, and it's a ballpark single check. So that's going to end up loading the bases. Bases are now loaded. And that brings up JT Realmuto. Clutch situation for Realmuto to really blow this game open. Realmuto in the clutch will again lose these 3 hits, 3-3, 3-5, and 3-9. 5-7 is a 1-14 single, 15-20. He lines out to McMahon, and that's a base hit. 1 star that'll score a run as Turner comes in to score. Everybody else moves up 90 feet, and that'll bring up Alec Bohm. It's now 5-0 Phillies. Bohm in the clutch is going to lose 1 hit on 3-3. Whoop, that popped out. Let's try that again. 1-5, and he grounds it to second to finally end the inning. So all of that amounts to 1 Philly run. But they take a 5-0 lead. Kenley goes 1 inning. He's going to give up 3 hits, 1 walk, which was intentional, no strikeouts, and 1 run. So we go to the bottom of the 9th, last chance for the Rockies. Stallings is your scheduled leadoff hitter, but he will be pinch hit for. But first, the Phillies will bring in a relief pitcher. Obviously not a save situation. So they're going to go to, let's see what they're going to go to here. They're going to go to Carlos Hernandez, their worst relief pitcher. 1-0 with a 6.23 ERA, but they got a 5-0 lead to work with. If he gets in trouble, you can better believe you will start seeing the better relievers. So coming into pinch hit for Stallings is going to be Nick Martini. Nick Martini will pick up a bat and hit. Martini's hitting 241 on the replay. No homers, 9 driven in. So Nick Martini. And if they somehow miraculously tie the game, they'll take Goodman out of the DH, make him a catcher, and the pitcher spot will have to hit. But they'll worry about that down the line. If it gets, they would love to have that problem. Put it that way. So here's Martini. 1-8, and he pops it up to second base. 1 away for Jordan Beck. And Beck, he's going to be pinch hit for. They're going to go get Mickey Moniak, the Maniac, off the bench. Pinch hit for Beck, who's 0 for 3. So Moniak will pick up a bat and hit. Mickey Moniak. Moniak on the replay hitting 262, 8 homers, 26 driven in. It's a 2-5 from Moniak, and that's a base hit. Mickey Moniak with a base hit. It's a +5 hold, but they're down 5-0. You're not going to steal. So here's Tovar. 5-7, and that's a strikeout for Hernandez. 2 down, and it's down to Hunter Goodman. Last chance for the Rockies to avoid the shutout. 2-10, and that's a ballpark blast for Hunter Goodman. It's a 1-9 to get on the board. And they do not. It's a deep fly to left, and the Rockies go down in a shutout, 5-0. As Carlos Hernandez mops up in the 9th. 1 inning pitch to hit, nothing else with a strikeout. So the Rockies get 2 hit by the Phillies. Phillies pound out 10 hits of their own. So the Rockies with the loss will drop to 16-31. They're still going to be a +8 because they lost this game real world. Winning pitcher is Sanchez. The tough luck loser is Freeland. He will drop to 2-7. So the Rockies can't quite get anything done tonight against the Phillies, which was almost to be expected because the Phillies are, after all, a top-notch team. So we'll look at the Game 2 coming up tomorrow night from Coors Field, and we'll check out the pitching matchup and see if there's any chance that the Rockies have a decent matchup. And we'll find out what they did real world in that game too. I believe they got swept by the Phillies, so they lost every game. They lost the second game, they lost 7-4. And tomorrow night it'll be Jesus Luzardo, a left-hander for the Phillies, against Antonio Sensatella for the Rockies. That'll be tomorrow night. But tomorrow morning, the final game of the 1987 American League replay for the date of July 7th will take place at the Oakland Coliseum. It'll be the Detroit Tigers taking on the Oakland A's. That'll be for tomorrow morning, roughly 9:15. But for tonight, Phillies do it to the Rockies 5-0. So thank you all for spending part of your Thursday evening with me. And not much you can say. Sanchez was brilliant, and so was the bullpen, holding to 2 hits. 2 pretty mediocre singles. And that was it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Moniac's single might have been off a ballpark too. I'm not sure. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know this one was a Coors Field single. So anyway, that's going to do it from here. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening. The weekend is coming up, so hopefully you have a good weekend coming up as well. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and we'll see you down the road. Ask Cat.